Assalamu alaikum, brothers. If you could just stay with me.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers. If you could just stay with me for a little while, we're going to read this guidance out, and then after that we'll pray this janazah, inshallah. So, this announcement is from the trustees of Masjid al-Quraba, the Shura of Luton Islamic Centre. It says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear brothers and sisters, you will have heard the change in the government rating today to the delay phase of this coronavirus. More than 29,000 people have been tested in the UK. 590 people have been infected. 10 people have died and more than 20 are in intensive care units. This is going to get significantly worse over the next 2 to 4 weeks based on the experience of other European countries.
So, the official health guidance is now anyone with new persistent coughs or a fever should self-isolate for 7 days. So you should self-isolate for 7 days and do not call 111 and do not contact any other health providers. This is what they are issuing as the guidance. They're saying if symptoms deteriorate and you feel you need medical care, you should then contact at 111. Testing will only be done for those in hospitals with severe symptoms as the virus becomes more prevalent. From our masjid point of view now, my brothers and sisters, we need you to follow these instructions now. And we expect them to be followed, and we will have to enforce them at times. Number one, the elderly, anybody over 60, or if they're under 60 but they have chronic health conditions like asthma, diabetes, heart disease or anything like this, they should stay away from the masjid and they should pray their 5 daily prayers at home. It is permissible to pray your 5 daily prayers at home in these circumstances. It's even permissible for you to miss Jummah in these circumstances. In addition, they should not attend Jummah prayer and pray 4 rakat dhuhr at home. Basically, they should pray their prayers at home. This is for your own good and your safety and the welfare of others. Number two, if you have symptoms of fever and or cough, you should not attend the masjid. You should not attend the masjid or Jummah prayer. So we don't want to hear anybody in our congregation here coughing continuously. Okay? There is a risk you could infect others. Number three, wash your hands regularly, 20 seconds minimum, and especially prior to eating or after contact with others. So if you touch somebody's hand, you touch a handle or something, you must wash your hands. Avoid shaking hands, and I know this is difficult. I knew about this guidance. When I come in, I'm shaking brothers' hands here myself. But we have to stop this. We have to remind each other. If we don't remind each other, how are we going to stop it? If I reach out my hand to you, step back, say, brother, please. Alhamdulillah, I will understand. And I will never get offended. Same way, if you reach out your hand to me and I don't shake your hand, I walk back, don't be offended. This is for the well-being of each other, please, okay? Obviously, no kissing and close physical contact with others. If you have that habit of kissing people on the cheeks when you meet them, that's out the question completely. And no hugging neither. And for me, it's a natural thing to hug brothers. Very natural. But you have to stop me. And I will have to stop you. And you have to stop each other. Is that clear? This is for the well-being of everybody. All reminders in the masjid from today, after the prayer reminders, will stop. There's no more reminders. After every fard prayer at the masjid, we must disperse quickly. We must leave. We don't stay here. Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, go straight home. Pray your sunnah at home. Nobody is allowed to pray any sunnah in this masjid for now. Okay? Whether it's qabliyah or after, you have to pray at home. Number 7, try and bring your own musalla. Put it on the masjid carpet here. Do you know, brothers, when you put your head and your nose on this masjid, the germs in this masjid stay there for maybe 3 to 5 days because it's fiber. It gets stuck inside, the fine fibers. So I forgot, what I normally do is if I've got a jacket, I take the jacket off put it on the floor, and I do my sajda on the jacket if I have not got a musalla. So if you don't bring a musalla, take your jumper off, take your shirt off, but don't pray on this here. Is that clear? It's very, very important, brothers, you follow these instructions. Not only for your good, for our good and your family's good. Number 8, please make lots of dua. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in these difficult times. Ask Allah to protect all of us. Remember the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that the dua of a brother for his brother in al-ghaib, in the unseen, is answered. So each one of us make dua for everybody, and not just everybody, but for the whole ummah of Islam around the world. Now we're moving on to cancellations and closures from Monday the 16th of March. All the Quran classes, Dar al-Quran, are going to come to a halt. Today is the last one. Monday, there's not going to be any Dar al-Quran until further notice, okay? We'll review this on a weekly basis. And if we're going to open, you'll know about it through Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, phones, messages, WhatsApp, you'll know. All Sunday school classes with Sheikh Ahmed's class is cancelled. No Sunday school neither this weekend. Again, we'll be updating you if there's any changes to this. All weekly classes in the masjid are closed to the public. Rather, we will live stream on YouTube. So once the Sheikh Abu Sayf'Allaah or whoever's doing the talk will be here, we'll put them on live stream, they'll be here on their own, and they'll do the lecture, and then they'll go home. No, the doors will be closed to the public. Nobody will be allowed here. After prayer, everybody has to leave. And if you want to attend the class, you look on YouTube, follow Luton Islamic Center on YouTube, and you can watch it, inshallah. And we will send out links also if you're on the WhatsApp group. Female, ladies, the female side, the ladies' side will be completely closed for all prayers, classes, and Jummah. So after today, no sisters will be allowed to pray in the prayer room, nor will they be allowed upstairs. They will not be allowed to attend any classes. Everything is closed for them. Why? Because it's not an obligation for women to attend the masjid in the first place. So we need to prevent the amount of spread of this virus. So they must stay at home and do the prayers at home and follow the classes we do over the YouTube and other social media. Number 5, Ramadan. Taraweeh prayer next month. We'll review this arrangement over the next 2-4 weeks, and we will let you know whether we're going to do this or not. At the moment, it looks highly unlikely that there's going to be any Taraweeh, but we will wait and see as time goes along. There will be no ittikaf whatsoever in this masjid, and there will be no iftar al-jama'i. No iftar in the masjid and no ittikaf in this masjid. So if you're thinking of applying, not in this masjid. Finally, the last thing I want to say now, brothers, you have to be prepared for sudden, drastic measures, such as the complete closure of the masjid, cancellation of even Jummah prayers, daily salat. We maybe even combine prayers, Maghrib and Isha together, Dhuhr and Asr together. All of this will happen in short notice, and it will happen suddenly, because we don't make these drastic decisions very easy. We have to monitor the situation, and trust me, brothers, every day we are monitoring. We're getting news, we're thinking, we're discussing, and for the best for all of us. So be prepared, inshallah, for complete closures, etc. So this would be a precaution measure to safeguard lives and to prevent the spread of infection. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, do not harm and do not be harmed. Do not harm one another and do not be harmed. This is in Sunnah Ibn Majah. So please, brothers, subscribe to our social media platforms. Jazakumullah khair. And please, inshallah, do not challenge any of what I've read out. Just please, inshallah, let's cooperate and make it easy for us as managers of this institution and for you, brothers and the Musallin. We don't take this threat of pandemic lightly, and we're not going to think of it as trivial. Why? Because this is a matter of life and death. In Islam, the loss of one life is like the loss of the whole of mankind. Saving one life is like saving the whole of mankind. So we will not take this lightly. We will err on the side of caution at all times. فجزاكم الله خير.